Pimax Crystal
Messy.
Light. I got it in like I have it packaged back in its box. I'm not gonna take it out, but I have it. I still have it. I want to return it. Why? Why I want to return it? Like, it is such a king of clarity, right? They even salute to the Reverb G2, right? The previous king of clarity. Interestingly enough, that's one of the problems that the G2 has can exist in, well, in my experience at least, in Pimax Crystal Light. So, indeed, the clarity, the clarity of is like fucking wow. But the tracking is the biggest Dalbayok in history. It's just, it is a disappointment. I thought I was gonna escape the clutches of the Zuccy boy here, the Quest 2 that I had for like, yeah, I can say pretty much for like already a 5th year. I own a Quest 2. It is not the same because of the software. The software got the enshittification treatment, yeah. Thanks, Zuck. The audio also. The Crystal Light's audio is absolute dog shit. Fucking got something in my eye. The S-Mass. Yeah, I know. There's D-Mass. You could have gotten the D-Mass speakers, yeah? But the thing is, I heard many people say like the Crystal Light's S-Mass speakers are like the same as Quest 2's, yeah? Fuck no. At some point, I was like listening, like trying to listen to music through those S-Mass speakers, yeah? At some points in the music I was listening to, it sounded like it got bit crushed. It got fucking bit crushed. I don't have the same bit crushing problem on the Quest 2. And also the microphone. Quest 2 has a better fucking microphone as well. God damn, and I was supposed to pay, like, in total, I was supposed to pay over 1,000 euro for that. Like, come on. What the actual fuck? Like, okay, but at the same time, yeah. It seems like the headset is markets it towards sim people, you know, the simulation people that really would like to have some simulation, like full immersive simulation experience. You know, like the flight sim, Assetto Corsa. Okay, like one thing, it's like quite bulky, but like the Crystal Light is like lighter than the original Crystal. Yeah, maybe the original Crystal has better tracking, like, you know, insider tracking. But this one, the SLAM, what do we call the SLAM tracking? Yeah, for the price I was going to pay for the Crystal Light, I'd rather slap my peanut in a car door. In terms of like the whole package, I'm not getting the experience that usually is expected. You know, like basic things like audio and tracking quality. I don't feel like I'm getting what I would pay for in the end. Like, this is not happening. I'm not getting what I'm paying for. Okay, if just the visuals, like, it is like, yes, it's just holy fuck. The clarity. I am like, if I'm just paying if I am going to pay over 1,000 euro, okay, if like excluding taxes, like fucking 800 something, yeah, like 800 euro, dollars, whatever, then damn, that's not worth it. I'd rather just, at that point, I'd rather buy a OLED screen just to look at the visuals. You know, on OLED 1440p, maybe even 4K screen. if my PC is like, will handle that easily. Especially like nowadays, like when the games are, quite iffy with the optimization. But I digress. I was warned by my comrades, like, don't peek. Don't peek Pimax. Pimax is big trouble. Big trouble. Pimax has like very big. You will have big trouble with Pimax. I indeed had big trouble with Pimax. I don't know if it's just the software or it is just maybe it's also like the cameras that we have. Like maybe like on the original Crystal, yeah, it is standalone, but like it is standalone, which means like by the tracking may be done inside the headset by that chip inside there. They maybe could have done something similar with Crystal Light. Maybe like have some sort of dedicated chip, like no need for a whole ass standalone processor there, yeah. Just some sort of chip that will be doing most of the tracking, thus improving the tracking quality. Maybe. If it's not so easy, if it's not so simple, then okay. At least it's fun to fantasize. But yeah, Pimax Crystal, it is just a golden pile of shit for the VR players and maybe overall VR users like myself. Because I'm not into sim racing. I'm not into flight simulators. I'm into active games like Pavlov, Contractors, Blade and Sorcery. Yeah, I will somewhere like down the line, maybe like in editing, I have the footage. I have the footage of like the controller's tracking quality, like the overall tracking quality of the controllers.
Нихуя. Like, indeed, it is clear, but like, I cannot enjoy like when it's like wobbling like that.
Which, like, it is just such a basic thing that I got accustomed with Quest 2, despite its enshittification. Good thing I started blocking updates by just disabling Wi-Fi in the headset, because recently there was a software update on the Quest overall that pretty much bricked a bunch of headsets. Yeah. Pimax Crystal Light. Good idea was good. Idea was good. The idea of just stripping out the standalone from the standalone headset and just making it a native PC VR headset. The idea is good. The execution on Pimax's part, not so good. Not so fucking good. Maybe it is still Pimax's software. It's not like they are not used to. Pimax is not used to creating inside-out tracking. Oculus or Meta, but original Oculus, did get experience with inside-out tracking. With the Oculus Rift S. Yeah, I don't really hear anyone complain about the tracking quality of the Rift S. While the Rift S was not a standalone headset, it was a native PC VR. Sorry, I'm sick. Bronchitis, possibly. The Rift S, I didn't hear much, if at all, any complaints about the tracking quality of the Rift S. So it might be just Pimax's software. The infamous Pimax software. Even though it's not a Pi tool anymore, it's they're using like Pimax Play now. That looks, well, better than Pi tool. But yeah, this was just my very first experience with an overall Pimax headset, let alone software. And this was a journey that taught me that you cannot have everything in the world. You can't have everything in the world. I got seduced by the clarity and by the idea of taking out the standalone out of the standard headset and making it a native PC VR headset, and I got burned. I got cut by the rough edges of that product. I don't think I would, after like that first impression of Pimax hardware and maybe software, I won't get like another Pimax headset after this very first impression. I heard many people complaining about Pimax and its software, but I want to try it for myself. Maybe my experience would be different, but no. I got what people were talking about. Also, there was a problem with, like more on the tracking. There was a problem with like the tracking quality is indeed like in shit in a sense that the virtual world barely kept up. It barely kept up with my head movement. It's like it's like on the Quest 2 I cranked up the bitrate a bit too much, and it starts to like show latency, like, you know, like this. This is the virtual world, and this is my like, and as I look around, kind of like it had this kind of effect, you know. But the thing is, it has no bitrate. It is straight in the display port. It is straight in the display port. So there is no bitrate involved, which means it is, yes, again, tracking issues. Tracking quality is bad for a native PC VR headset. But, oh well, yeah, maybe it is just inside-out tracking. Should have got some base stations. If only I had 2 outlets on opposite corners of my room. Then I would have maybe thought about it a bit in depth. But I don't have this luxury. And I got used to the inside-out tracking of the Quest 2, which is still, well, at least they didn't ruin that, at least with the software updates. The tracking quality, they ruined everything else. I would like to use ALVR. It's like virtual desktop, but it's free, and they ruined it for me. Zuccy Boy has ruined it for me with the artifacts that never been there in ALVR. You know, the like the snowflake effect, like on the right eye. If anyone experienced it, they will know. And I loved, I loved playing through LVR. And I would like to break free from the clutches of the Zuck. So I'll be just getting Pico 4. And just, yeah, again. Now I know that I cannot have everything in the world. I want a native PC VR headset. With decent quality. Tracking quality. At least. With all the doodads I am used to having with the Quest 2. But no. Cannot have that. Like they put most of the points to visuals, and just whatever is left over we just put into tracking and all that, and into audio, overall audio, speakers and microphone. Like, okay, you can change the speakers, but like, how can you change the microphone? You cannot change the microphone. It's built in. Okay, if you're gonna have some sort of lavalier mic, or like the one that like you know, you can stick to somewhere, like wireless microphone that you could stick on the headset and have the microphone like at your mouth. You can do that, but like then the product is not really, you know, still not getting what you pay for if you need to buy extra shit. Yeah, 800 euro, 800 something euro or dollars, and most things that you expect to have, basic things that you expect to work properly, don't work. It's like you really just bought something just for the visual clarity and nothing else. So yeah, just gonna buy a Pico headset. Pico 4, most likely Pico 4 Pro. It is China only, but AliExpress is here for the rescue.